Now we are coming to the last part of trigonometry, and that is the applications. What do we mean by application? Practicality. Now some of you may be sitting and wondering, why do we have to study trigonometry? Yeah, I mean, in future, where are we going to use it? Yeah, not that in our day-to-day life we are using trigonometry. Very true. But if you realize where could you use trigonometry, you will be shocked. Yeah, I will give you some simple examples, though maybe not possible with what little trigonometry you have studied. Yeah, just maybe close your eyes and visualize that the captain of the ship. Yeah, there's a ship, a steamer. The captain of that ship, he can see a danger zone in the middle of the sea. Ask yourself, can you do it? If you're standing on the deck of the ship, yeah, and you are looking out into the open sea, can you make out where could be the danger zone? No. But a captain can do with his advanced trigonometrical knowledge. Yes, he is able to judge the moment he comes to know, okay, there is that place, okay, that is the danger spot. How would he? He has ways and means. It's only trigonometry that will help him to decide how far is he from that danger spot. Not just he is carrying such a ship, he has so much of cargo, so many people on board. Yes, how is he going to find out? He can't be jumping into the water, go running to see where is the danger spot. It's ridiculous, right? So here trigonometry helps you. Yeah, same way, let's see, how do we know, I mean, like, how, not just you and me, how somebody has found out the distance between Earth and so many constellations in the universe, so many planets. Yeah, how would they have found out? Again, it is trigonometry. Yeah, so these are small examples where you can use trigonometry or where trigonometry is being used. A very simple example I'll take is, I'm looking at you right now. Yeah, so that could be a horizontal line of vision. If I am looking at you, that is my line of vision. But if I am looking at this pen, my line of vision is with this pen, not with you. Am I right? I repeat again, my line of vision at this moment, I am looking at you. So this becomes my line of vision. But suppose I am looking at this pen here, my line of vision becomes the pen, not you. So this is the line of vision, the line between the spectator and the object. It could be anyone. I am watching, and therefore between me and you, or between me and him, my line of vision. Yeah, this is one simple thing. Now secondly, again, if I place this pen at this point, yeah, is it above me? Yes, can you all see it? Yeah. Now first of all, here I am going to take a look at my horizontal line of vision. What is my horizontal line of vision? The line that is parallel to the ground. Yeah, I am again saying the line that is parallel to the ground. And the other one is, I want to see the top of this pen. Yeah, now automatically my eyes are going to look up. So my horizontal line of vision and my line of vision for the top of the pen forms an angle. That is called angle of elevation. I repeat again, where is my line of horizontal line will be parallel to the ground. Parallel to the ground where I am standing. Yeah, you may be sitting. So you could, your line of the horizontal line would be slightly different than from me. Yeah, but for me, if I am watching straight, my line should be parallel to the ground where I am standing. Yeah, so that is my horizontal line of vision. And then I raise this pen, yeah, or maybe I look at the ceiling, at the fan. Yeah, obviously I am looking up. So that is one line of vision, and one line of vision is horizontal. So I have one line of vision which is horizontal and one line of vision which is up. I am looking up at the fan. So angle is being formed. Yes, and that angle is called angle of elevation. Yes, similarly, let's say again, maybe this way sideways, this is my line of vision which is parallel to the ground on which I am standing, and then I look at one object, maybe my pen is fallen down, yeah, or my book is fallen down, I'm looking at that book. So let's say this is the line, I can see the book, this is the ray of which I'm looking at the book. So there is an angle formed between these two pens. This is called angle of depression. Okay, so there are three things you need to remember, which is your horizontal line of vision parallel to the ground. Are we getting it? Then if I were to look at an object at the top, let's say I raise my head to look at that object, I have my line of vision now directed upwards. So I have one line over here and one was parallel, and therefore there was an angle formed which was called angle of elevation. In the similar way, I have this line of horizontal line of vision which is parallel to the ground, and then I am looking down at some object which is fallen down, that is another line of vision looking at that object, again an angle is formed, and that is angle of depression. How do we show it? We'll just see on the board what exactly we are going to do. Now this is just simple. This is, let's say, the person, I'm calling it I, me, you could say yourself, and here is the object. Yeah? And therefore this is called line of vision. Here you are standing, you are looking at the object. Simple. Same way, you are standing over here and the object is over here. You are looking up. Or you are standing here and you are looking at an object slightly fallen down or maybe on that table. Okay, these are lines of vision. Now let's see angle of elevation. This is your horizontal line always. Okay, what do we mean by horizontal line? Line parallel to the ground, or a horizontal ray, whatever you call it. Now let's see, I want to see angle of elevation. Where do you think I would be marking? Yeah, maybe I'm looking at, let's say my eye is here, I'm looking at this letter. So where would I go? Here. Yes, maybe I could slightly change this. I'll write it down so that I can mark the angle. Where's your angle of, yes, can we all see it? Now here what am I doing? This becomes my angle of elevation. Yeah, this is my horizontal ray or a horizontal view, and this is my upward view. Horizontal line of vision and upward line of vision. Let's say I'm looking at the word elevation. The elevation is up over here. So first I take a look at my horizontal and then the upward. Correct? Okay. Same way here. Let's say maybe we could do it later. Now what would be angle of depression? Yeah. Angle of depression would mean, what is it? Looking down. Yeah. This is your horizontal ray and maybe some object is fallen down and I am looking down. Yeah, what would this give you? Again, this would be angle of depression. This is again horizontal and this is downwards, and therefore we call it angle of depression. Let's take a very simple example. I'm looking, let's say there's a tree. Yeah, there's a tree here and there's a person standing here. He is looking at some bird or a fruit or something at the top of the tree. Yeah, so what are we going to take a look at? We are going to see his horizontal line of vision, and then we are going to take a look at the object. This angle would be the angle of elevation. Very simple thing. Yes, he is standing here, he is looking at the tree, he is looking at something that is on the tree, could be a fruit, could be a bird, whatever. How would we get? So he is looking up, basically he is looking up. So his horizontal line of vision with the upward line of vision. Are we getting it? In the same way, let's say we take another example whereby there is a person standing on the top of a house. Yeah, he's standing at the top of the house and he's looking at something down over here. Yeah, he's standing at the top and he's looking down at this. So first would be his horizontal line of vision, and now he is looking at this particular object, whatever it may be. Yeah, this becomes his angle of depression. Are we getting this very clearly? So angle of elevation and depression has got just to do with two rays. One is your horizontal line of vision, and one is, if you are looking up, upward line of vision. If you are looking down, the downward line of vision. We call it angle of elevation and angle of depression. But if your angle of elevation and depression is wrong, when you draw it, your entire sum is gone down. Keep in mind to draw the horizontal line of vision, which I will be repeating again and again. I would like you to draw this so that you understand what we have done. Draw this also. It could be very simple, but draw it.